damage. So the private number 5 is heavily wounded. Cade, standard or move?
I'll do a standard. Is it possible to try and disarm someone?
Is there an action for that?
I don't know. I haven't seen one.
There is a combat maneuver that's called disarm.
Yeah, but it takes a full round though. Oh no,
It's
I think
standard
it's standard action, but the penalty is instead of a combat maneuver taking all of your actions, it's now like some ridiculous like attack.
It's
versus,
a plus 8 to their AC.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So AC versus CM, yeah. So that you would be attacking plus 8.
Here's another dumb question then. Since that is physical, I also have psychokinetic hand. Would that be like the same? Even though it's like mental like ability?
What do you mean
Like to try and like pull like the gun out of their hand with my mind?
What's
probably
psychokinetic say?
not, because it's really just picking up like a small object.
I think it's like mage hand, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically mage hand. So I mean, for you to try to pull it out of somebody's grip, I don't think you can do it that way.
Is there some type of like maximum pound usage on it or something like that?
Yeah,
it's light bulk.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the weapon would have to. Yeah, that's not a light bulk weapon. It's got bulk to it.
Yeah, just good to know.
Yeah, rifle. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and crack her on the head, or him, whatever it may be.
Yeah, you still got your knife out anyway, right?
With my Rambo knife, just go crack on the head.
Yeah, the old Rambo knife. And don't forget to add a +1 in the modifier box. But that doesn't matter anyway, because you basically auto missed, yeah. And Starfinders, in a couple of months, there's a crit hit deck coming out and a crit miss deck coming out. We're going to use those too, if we're still playing them by that time. And they'll be incorporated into the rule set to where I can just roll the card and flash it up on top of the screen. And there should be like effects and stuff already attached to the card, which will be cool. So all right. So, Cade, let's see. I guess Gigawatts would get a movement or standard also.
I'll go ahead and fire from the position. Where is my sheet here?
So the Aslanti will get an attack of opportunity again. I like this.
No. The private 5.
It's still going to get the attack of opportunity because the private 4 is within threatening reach. So.
Yeah. Well, even though I'm 10 feet up. Well, 10 feet above normal.
That's fine. You can just go ahead and go. Yeah, that's fine. Just go ahead and go.
Okay.
All right, 22. That's a hit. All right, that's 4 more damage. Let's see. The Aslanti is no longer flat-footed, so I'll take that condition off. And he will attack normally, which he'll pull his survival knife. Actually, he's going to shoot up at Gigawatts. And hits Gigawatts with a 16. Ooh. Gigawatts falls to the ground. The drone was just taken out of the sky by the mad guy he was taking pictures of. So yeah, Gigawatts falls down to the ground, and sparks are kind of flying out of it, and one of the propellers goes flying off and stuff. So now this Aslanti is going to move here as well and get down on her knees to where she's barely sticking out of the brush, which is going to give her some partial cover. So now, let's see, this Aslanti private is going to turn towards you. She's heavily wounded. She basically drops her rifle, pulls the knife out, attacks you. She hits you, The knife blade breaks because those Rambo knives are just so poorly made. You'll take 5 damage off of your SP, and that's it for her. Troska, you're up. Troska, you're the biggest person here. You're hiding behind the rocks. Way back in the back.
Am I able to shoot over the rocks?
You can climb up on top of the rocks if you want to.
Okay,
Or you can,
yeah.
or if you want to move around to this part of the rock, that part of the rock will give you some cover. Or actually where you're at, seeing that, the angle, and yeah, I would say, yeah, you're okay. Yeah, if you go for that, Aslanta, yeah, you're fine. All right, so you pull out your azimuth laser and you hit the defense. All right. So she takes 1 more damage and she goes down. He goes down. Private number 5. All right, Troska, you can take any. I think you already took your movement, so we'll go to. Let's see. Going back up to round number 1. Well, round number 2 now. Krishrana's up.
All right, so I am going to take my laser pistol out again and try to incapacitate once again. Do a little non-lethal.
All right. On the modifiers, plus minus top right, hit
Yep.
the cover button, because that'll take into consideration the negative modifier that you'll need to add in.
So in the modifiers.
Yep. Plus minus button, top right hand corner.
Yep. And it's full cover.
No, just cover. There's
Gotcha.
a part cover, and then superior cover. You're thinking 5e full
Yep.
cover. Shame on you.
I know it.
Shame
Sorry.
on you. Blasphemy.
I'll get there.
That's okay. It's still a hit. Very nice.
All right. Do a little damage.
And she takes 3 more. She's wounded. And as she takes the last shot, she throws her weapon down and she says, "I surrender." And then she calls you. She says, "Scum rebels." Well, actually, he says,
All right,
"Scum
all right.
rebels."
So I'm gonna keep my pistol on. All right, guys, tie him up. Let's ask him some questions. The rest of you kind of search the bodies. Let's take a quick minute to check this out. Traska, whatever you decide you want to do, that's fine. But leave this one alive.
We'll
Go
eat
ahead
them
and make a
after
pair
we
of
search the
binders.
bodies.
Good plan.
Bodies? Not
Yeah,
one
there
body,
should
right?
be 4 of them.
No, he was talking about his body. He was like, but bodies? Not.
Yeah,
not a
we're
body,
searching
right?
you too, bud.
What about this person I'm right next to?
Oh yeah, that guy. I forgot he was even there.
All right. So, wow, I'll give you guys some more experience. And you guys are at 402. So why don't you guys go to leave your experience at 402, but change your experience total to 3,300, because I'm giving you guys level 2 early. So you're going to owe me a little bit of experience points. You know what I mean? So when you hit 3,300 experience, you'll hit level 3. So I want you to hit level 2 a little bit early. And good job. You guys are now level 2. And you guys can worry about that after the game. So you guys want to search these cadets. So they do have some gear. And in fact, yeah, they've got quite a bit of gear. And I'm going to put some stuff into the party sheet. And of course, you guys can take this out just like you can. Let's see. 2. There were 3, 4, and 5 of the Aeon cadets. There were no credits. There's no gold, silver, and stuff anymore. It's all credits. Or you can get UBP too, which is a universal, like a byproduct type of thing that you can. It's like a material that you can like, sort of like Astor diamonds from 4th edition, where you can like craft stuff, create things, fix your ships, stuff like that. So there's a total of 5 ceremonial plates for troopers. There's 5 Imperial pacification rifles. There's 4 Rambo knives, because remember, he broke 1, so there's 4 survival knives, and then there's 5 sets of long arm and sniper rounds. So there's a total of like 60 rounds for sniper rifles and long arms.
Nice.
So there you go. So in fact, I'll give you guys, actually I'm going to say each one of these had 100 credits as well on, and then you guys can basically, how credits work is there's banks. You have ATM cards. There's credit cards. You can get loans, all kinds of stuff. So what I'm going to do is give you guys 100 credits apiece. So now everybody has at least 100 credits. And if you guys want any of that equipment, take it out of the party sheet and you can put it onto the inventory tab that is on your stash. Now, you guys can go ahead and everybody give me because I imagine everybody's probably kind of searching around and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
I believe that's perception would be for searching, right? On everybody, give me a perception check. Wow, Cade, nice roll,
Yes,
man.
perception is searching.
Wow, nice rolls. So let's see, Cade, you find one of the, because all of those comm systems were kind of like damaged. There were a couple of them. The one on Agent 749 was damaged, but as you're searching by the cadet that was by you, you actually find a weird item there. It's an item. And it looks like it's like a badge. It's you're able to look at it and you're like, hey, what the heck is this? But it looks like some type of like badge or something like that.
Is there anything of notice on the badge? Does it have any words on it?
Let's see. It's a hexagon-shaped adornment. And it looks like there's a button to activate it or deactivate it. So if you wanted to activate it or deactivate it, it would cost a move action. And let's see. That's all you know. It looks like it has maybe, you don't know what it does. You're going to have to find out what it does.
Okay. Is there any skill check that would do that, or just
yeah, I think in Starfinder, let's see. I think it might be physical science to identify something. Let's take a look really quick. Nope, it looks like a craft or recall knowledge. Let's see. Maybe engineering? Identify technology. Yeah, so you would need an engineering check. Let's see. That's going to be enough. Actually, yeah. You would have needed a 15 to identify it. This is a motion detection badge. So it has 4 charges, and it will refresh daily. And an hour of activation uses 1 charge, and while active, as long as you haven't moved for at least 1 round, the badge emits a quick flash of red light whenever a small or larger corporeal creature approaches within 60 feet. And then it will basically, it looks like it'll put like a flash or an alert to where it looks like it's where it's going to be within like 20 feet or so.
I'll keep that info to myself and put it away.
All right. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, actually it has 4 charges total, because I don't do refresh every day anymore, so sorry about that. I'm going to carry that over into Pathfinder. So it'll have 4 charges, and I will put that into the thing as well. So you can take that and put it onto your sheet. And I put ×4, as you can see beside it. So anytime you use a charge, you can just take one off and say ×3, ×2, ×1, and then that's it. And let's see, Kate, I will go ahead and identify that for you. It says unidentified item, I think. So there you go. It's identified now. You guys got your credits. You put it on your cred sticks. And you can also have other cred sticks, and you can put money on cred sticks and give them out to, or transfer to whoever you're paying off for information or whatever. It's really cool. I like the new credits. I like it much better than 5 different currencies, you know what I mean? But of course there's still going to be like gems and pieces of art and other stuff like that you can basically have big values of that stuff. So, all right. Okay, so you guys found everything on the cadets. You guys have all of the rifles. So this stuff's pretty bulky as well. So remember, there's no more massive encumbrance anymore. Everything goes by bulk. So whatever you guys don't take, I'm going to take out of the party sheet, because you guys probably wouldn't be able to carry it. You know what I mean?
Captain, what do we do with the silver lady I'm right next to?
Oh, we're gonna. Oh, that's.
He's a human.
And that's Aeon Guard plate. So if you guys are going to wear that Aeon Guard plate, you will look like Aeon Guards.
Yeah, that's what I was about to talk about. So I look up Jellic is his name. So that
yes,
Traska,
yes.
Listen,
you guys were amazing. As he was cowering the entire time, he jumped into the bush, and I should have said that, but he jumped into the bush with Scotty, basically.
Jellic, you were so brave during that fight. We need your help, bud.
Really? I all I did was I jumped into a bush. Oh man.
Yeah, but it was a scary bush. So we need to get.
Are you being sarcastic with me?
We need to get into Madeline's Landing.
Okay.
And I'm thinking the best way to do it is to go in disguise. Which would be the best way to approach Madeline's Landing, and where do we need to go in order to find out what's going on? Maybe even possibly start working to take it back.
Yeah, he says, oh yeah. He goes, well, yeah, oh boy, I don't know how far back to start, but maybe it's when all of us at the landing, we saw a meteor crash about 10 to 20 miles from here, and a group of us folks went out to scout it out, and with Sedona and Corsica and some others, and they came back with some strange news. First, they learned that the meteor was some kind of high-tech probe, but it had been destroyed in the crash. Interestingly, though, the probe landed near an old crashed starship that we had no clue that was there before. But it looked like that crashed ship had been there for ages, probably. Sedona's and you guys were wondering about Sedona, but Sedona went into the crashed ship and came out with a pack full of old tech, and she was very excited about it. She talked to our leader, Madeline, and Abretta, that's our best mechanic and my ex-wife, by the way, about what she had found. But we're still good friends, even though we're exes. We're still good friends. So a few days later, a starship sailed in from in above the town commons and came down through the blanket that covers the planet. And all of a sudden, it started shooting its blasters from the ship, and it destroyed our main communications building, all to hell and all to slag. And then all of a sudden, these Aeon troopers started unloading from the ship, and there wasn't a lot we could do. The soldiers pretty much rounded up everybody in town, and their leader, which is a very stern woman whose face I never saw. She told us that our planet was now annexed as a part of the Aslanti Star Empire, and and she said that anyone that would protest, and several did protest, they were shot dead right there on the spot. So the Aslanti meant business. And then, after that happened, the Aslanti soldiers, they made us bury the bodies. And then they forced us to unload some type of prefabricated building components, which the soldiers actually turned into a big garrison in the center of town. So now they're fortified a little bit. But the woman in charge asked us about the crashed ship. And it turns out it's an old Aslanti ship that had old technology that was very vital and very important. And she was, and Sedona came forward, and she was interested in what Sedona had found. So they rounded up Madeline, Sedona, and a few others, and jailed them in the garrison. And then all of a sudden, the large ship went away. All the soldiers stayed, and they've instituted martial law in our town now, and we're basically prisoners. And we try to make do just as before, but I mean, anybody that steps out of line or just looks at one of the guards wrong gets punished all to hell. So when I got a chance, I ran, and I didn't look back, and I didn't know there were soldiers in the forest waiting to catch anyone that tried to escape. So 3 of them found me, and like I said, I had my blaster on me, and I killed one with a lucky shot. I've never killed anybody before. And then the other 2 chased me, and it was these 2 guys that just came out of the bushes that you guys killed. And then, like I said, brings me to where I met you guys. But, I mean, if you guys are going to use these suits of armor, you could probably just walk right into town. And in fact, he has a map of the colony. So I am going to give you a map of the colony itself, of Madeline's Landing. And in fact, he's going to tell you a little bit more. He tells you that there's over 108 of us now, and we are an Abadar Corp colony. And you guys, I've already explained that. You know what? Everybody knows what Abadar Corp is. It's like Amazon and Walmart, and manufacturers all rolled up in one with a bunch of religion, And he says that out of 108 of us, I believe there's 65% human, 14% Lashunta, and then 21% of everyone else mixed up. And Madeline, she was taken into the fabricated fortress that they built.
Wow. Jellic, that was so fascinating and oddly specific.
Thanks.
So when we head back into town here, you gonna join up with us, or you got somewhere else to be?
I don't know if I could go in there, because I tried to run away, and they find out that my ex-wife's in there, and they may kill her. So no, maybe I should just hide. I don't know.
Where are you gonna go?
I also want to do
I'll
a
just
sense
kind of
motive.
hide. Sure, you can do a sense motive if you want to.
I do a motive to see if he's telling the truth.
He is definitely telling the truth. You could just tell in his voice. And he also gives you actually he sends through the space Wi-Fi that they have there on a StarCraft space Wi-Fi that they have on Madeline's Landing, and the surrounding jungle. They actually put this map into your space pads as well.
Sweet,
he
sweet.
puts it in there. So yeah, there's the.
Well,
that's
Jellic,
the
I can
city.
tell. I can tell you are a lover, not a fighter. I think it's best
absolutely.
that you
Yeah.
you stay low. And then
I'll just kind of bushwhack it on the edge of the end of the jungle, and just don't forget about me. Bring me out some food and or some water once in a while.
Well, whatever you're doing in the bushes is your business, but sure, we'll come check out later. So then I'll turn to the Aslanti private and ask him who's your commander, who's your commanding officer, what's her name?
She gives you the name. I'll have to get the name here in a second.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So I turn to the rest of the group. Look. So hopefully you heard what I was thinking. You can follow. You're all highly intelligent people. I'm thinking we put on these costumes and we stroll on into town. We go break out some people from Madeline's Landing. We take the place back, and then we get paid a little extra for all our work.
Captain, those costumes, they're not going to work for a couple of us. And I'll look up at our Vesk friend.
Yeah, I'm thinking with the stuff that we take off of yours, we could add to his. I don't know these kind of things. We got some mechanics. I think they could probably figure something out, right, guys?
Well, if I could intervene, maybe all of them are human as well. So none of you are human. So you guys may not be able to deceive him as easily as you think you will.
Now, one of the soldiers called us rebel scum. What?
Oh,
I have to take there's some kind of resistance around here already.
Yeah, we want to try to rise up and take all of them out. There's probably about 30 of them or so. But yeah, we want to try to take them out. But we're not fighters. But maybe you guys have great fighting skills. Maybe that you can help us rise up and maybe our rebellion can crush the Aslanti Star Empire and kick them off of our planet. Oh, and then maybe my ex-wife will want to get back together with me. I miss her so much. Women.
She's being detained as well.
Don't hold your breath, buddy.
No, she's not being detained. Oh my God, you've grown to. You're massive.
Sorry, I was looking at everyone's character picture. Actually, since
No,
we're
it's
wearing
okay.
helmets, if you put down the visors, we could probably get by with maybe 3 of us.
Yeah, I've got some skill in disguise. I've done this a few times. Disguise
wings?
some people.
With the wings, Captain.
I'm thinking that I just wear a backpack. It looks not too bad, right? I mean, I could pass.
I never even noticed them anymore, Captain.
Thank you, Scotty. Scotty's got my back.
So you there, Chicken Man. Where is there anybody that's already gotten out of the camp that's leading some kind of resistance? Is there?
Oh no, the rebels they killed anybody that basically spoke out against, and I as far as I know, I'm the only one that escaped.
What about Sedona?
She was taken to the fortress in the middle, along with Madeline.
All right, so
her name is Lieutenant Sharu. That's the woman that's the beast that's in charge. Lieutenant Sharu. She is. Oh, she's killed so many people.
Sharu. Okay. So brainstorm, guys. What are y'all thinking?
How many
What kind of numbers?
Aslantis
Oh my
are there?
gosh! There's fireworks going off everywhere. What's going on?
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I'm sorry for intervening. I'm just really nervous, and any noise that I hear is just makes me jump. I'm sorry.
So how many Aslantis are there in Madeline's Landing?
I said 30. Pull the
All right,
corn out
guys.
of your
I say
ears.
we gear up in the spaceship and we go blow the hell out of this town.
No, that won't work. You'll kill the prisoners.
Yeah, who's gonna pay us?
Oh, and no
well,
credits either.
Were you the ones that were delivering all of our goods to us? Oh,
Yes, we had the supplies. Yeah.
oh well. I was gonna lead the party to go and get all of the goods off of the ship.
What? Well,
Do you have
that's
the
great.
money?
Do you have the money?
Of course. Of course, it would have to be upon delivery of the goods. But I know you guys are helping and everything like that. But I just don't. I wouldn't have to pay you anyway. So I wouldn't. I don't have the. I'm not the head honcho. So I'm sure that somebody in maybe our quartermaster or something can work that out for you. Of course, when we get the goods. So.
Okay, just a quick question. The foliage and everything around here. Okay, I'm sorry, this is out of character. The foliage and everything out of around here, is it dry or is it really wet? Like
it's very hot and humid. It's like jungle terrain. Lots of like I was saying, golf ball sized mosquitoes chomping at you and all that stuff. So.
Okay, then my plan of setting shit on fire is not going to really work.
Oh, fire! Oh no, the whole planet will go up in smoke. No, we can't do that.
Just a small one, and it's a really good distraction, especially at night. When people panic, and that's a great time to go in, sneak, save people, run away, and just let everything burn.
Rhea, that's not a bad idea.
No, that's a real bad idea because my
hold
ex-wife's
on.
junk shop and the storehouse and the cemetery and our moisture.
But you'll be
collection.
alive. You'll be alive
might as
and
well
with
be
your
dead.
wife.
No, I want her to be my wife again, but she
That's right.
left me.
She left you.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Now,
She said-
just a minute.
She told me that I just wasn't strong enough, but although she punched me in the face a couple of times, but I don't want to talk about it. She
Now
slapped me around.
these dead ones, they're going to be missed pretty soon, I think. So if we're going to do something, we better do it soon.
So me, Jellic, and Scotty. Well, actually, I'm sorry. And FU, we can totally pass.
No, yeah, because you said that.
But you just have to shut up, Jellic. You just have to be quiet. Nope. Just shh.
You're evil. You remind me of
Nope.
my ex-wife. She yelled at me all the time.
Pass. If I
God.
put the helmet over me.
I need to gag him and put the helmet on him.
Oh, she did
Well,
that too. It was horrible.
So Rio, you're thinking that just a few of you guys go in a stealth mission, break out and then the rest of us that can't pass, we kind of wait on the outskirts and then come out and meet in the middle. Is that what you're?
Oh, you guys aren't very smart, but you guys sure can fight good. Why don't you try the old prisoner trick? Just point your guns at the others
what
as
I
you
was
lead
going
them in
to
the
suggest.
camp, you knuckleheads. Didn't you ever see Star Wars, that movie from back in before the Gap? Oh my gosh.
Dave, that's
Yeah,
exactly
I've
what
seen
I was
that.
about to suggest.
Yeah. There's this guy named Han Solo and this big furry guy.
You mean this
Almost
mask?
Yeah. And they had a bunch of those white guys that were in the white and black suits, the troopers they were called. I don't know, but anyway, they led them into camp and
Lizard man, bird man, and the gnome.
yeah, all the
They
weird
take you
ones. I didn't mean it like that. Don't hit me again, Rio. Please don't smack me again. Brings back too many bad memories.
Holding
I
my
say
hands up.
chicken
I
man,
haven't
red
touched him
orange.
yet.
What's that?
I say the chicken man dresses up as a soldier too.
I could get away with it. Cover my antennas.
Have you seen that Lashunta miniature yet? Just
Go
Google.
ahead.
Yeah, Google Starfinder Lashunta miniature. It's like he's got two big floppy dildos on top of his head for antennas.
Oh my god.
No joke.
Why did he have to put that image in my mind?
Because that's exactly what it is. Whoever created that miniature had dirty things going through his mind. Plus, I think they don't want the. Yeah, I just don't think they wanted the antennas broken off. So he as in the
So they're
designing
super thick.
phase. Yeah. Oh yeah. He says so.
They could have made it out of harder plastic.
Yeah. Could.
But I mean, that would have meant spending more money on them for better quality material. So in other words, you're saying they're being cheap.
Yeah, and they're charging like more than
An arm and a leg.
Yeah, they're charging like almost double Icons of the Realms miniature price. So
Bullshit.
yeah, so there you go, Starfinders. You guys, what do you think? You guys think you're gonna take the camp and go in with all
guys,
of
I was kind of hoping we could do this without violence. I mean, I
that
like
would be so
violence just
nice.
as much as the
I don't like
next
violence.
man.
I know I don't like violence. I don't like violence at all.
So what if is there a distraction we can set up? I think Rio's idea might have had some merit.
No fire.
Some kind of distraction we can set up on the edge on the other side, and maybe sneak in and get some help so that a bunch of other people will fight for us, and we can kind of hang back and pick off the stragglers.
I'm voting
That's
for
how
the
I feel
full
about these
frontal
people.
assault with the starship, while the other ones go back to sneak everybody out.
I
We
like
got
it.
3 more rounds with the missile launcher.
Okay.
2 rounds with the
That's
missile
not a
launcher.
bad idea.
So then how many let's see. So who would go back to the ship and run that?
You'd have to have at least 2 people. You'd have to have at
Pilot.
least a pilot and a gunner.
Not a
all right.
problem, Captain. I'm your man.
So
Scotty, let's
And
do it.
Scotty, yeah.
yeah, so Cade and Scotty then, what if y'all went back to the ship and then the rest of us went to the settlement and scoped it out, got ready to jump in as soon as you started firing on some things out on the other side of town. What, does this sound good?
Sounds good to me, but what do we do with this private?
No one alive, no witnesses, no one can report back.
So
I'll let you
Cade
have
and
it all.
Scotty, anybody else going back to the Brunhilde? Or is it just going to be you two?
Oh, we need a captain, so Scotty suggests Rio comes back with us.
Well, I don't think you need a captain. I think all you really need is a...
Wait a second.
Uh,
What is
really
all-
Oh,
pilot
hey.
and a gunner.
Then we are gone.
You want to distract them. Are we waiting
I
on-
can start my pirate adventure.
There you go. Rio's going back as a gunner, and you already know her agenda, so you guys are going to
Yeah.
be
All right,
screwed.
y'all take
Wait.
care of my lady.
Before we all do this, can we get tacos at least? I'm starving.
Here, I'll break off an arm. Here you go.
Thank you.
You
Yum,
have
yum,
your
yum,
little-
yum, yum.
Portable food generator that you bring with
Are we
you
waiting?
from the ship.
Are
Try to
we
hold back
waiting
my
till
gag
nightfall?
reflex.
What'd you say, Cade?
Are we waiting till nightfall?
I don't know that we can wait around that long. I think we really ought to get after it pretty soon. What
Yeah.
about what time is it? I mean, is it like
It's-
middle of the day?
It's
or-
probably, I'd say it's probably middle of the day, yeah.
I think by the time you guys get back to the ship, it's going to be pretty close to evening anyway. So I think it's good if we go for it now.
And I'll hand over some of my equipment for you to use down here.
Sweet toys. What you got?
I've got a smoke grenade, a frag grenade, and I found this motion detecting badge.
Really?
That would really come in handy for you.
Yeah. So toss whatever you want in the party sheet, and we'll grab it.
So, what is going to be our objectives? What are we trying to do here? We're trying to kill everybody, or all the Atlantes, or are we trying to get people out?
No,
What are
don't
we
kill
trying to do?
everybody.
I gotta say, F you're kind of a little trigger happy here. I'm learning that. So The idea is to get the civilians and the other people from Madeline's landing out of custody and take back their town.
Or maybe
That's really what it.
You can even blend in. Once you get in to the colony, you might be able to just blend in.
We're hoping to incite, a rebellion as they think is going on, and take back this Madeline's Landing.
I mean, so do you really want to use the ship right off the bat and blast away because they don't know the ship's there, without maybe even gathering forces and stuff first?
Well, I was thinking they were they were all locked up in the barracks.
No, they like he was saying, they lead everyday life. It's just that they're prisoners in their own community. Just Sedona and Madeline was taken prisoner and put into the fortress that's in the middle of the town.
I think we definitely need to scout out some guard patterns.
So our goal is to kill all the Atlantes and then let the people just stay here. I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing, man.
No, I think that's it. Yeah. Because
if
they
we
tried
take
a rebellion
everybody
once and it failed because they just aren't warriors.
If we sneak everybody out, where are they going to go? That's what I'm not understanding. So we're just trying to kill the Atlantes.
All right.
It's a question, Captain. It's a question.
Oh, I thought you.
What are we trying to do? I don't understand.
Yeah, we're trying to. We're trying to take back the town for sure. However, that's going to work. I really am against killing everybody if we can help it. And I was under the impression that they were locked up in the barracks.
Oh no! Just Sedona and Madeline. That's it. Everybody else, they're free. And like I said, once you get in there, you could probably just blend in, because they didn't track all of us by name or give us any kind of identification or anything. They've just taken over, and now we've got Lieutenant Shara. She's basically running the show now. She's Shara. Have I mentioned that she's mean? As he kind of looks over towards Rio.
Rio pretends she doesn't see it and just shrugs.
And I kind of need to be healed before we get into another major fight. I don't know how that works, but I'm not in too good a shape.
Oh, hold on. I got something.
You can use your resolve points. No need to use the spell. You can use a resolve point to refill your SP. You can't refill your hit points, but you can refill your SP back up to max with one.
That's what I need to do. Is SP is where I'm really hurting.
Yep.
So how does that work?
You just reset your SP. Let's see. Go to. Let's see. 1 second. So we'll see. You guys had a short rest, so now you guys can spend your SP and stuff like that, and just reset your SP, whatever your max SP is on the front of your character sheet. Where Cade, it says you have 6 max and you currently have 1, so you would just basically just put it back to 6, and then you would have your let's see, your resolve points are. I'm trying to find your resolve points. Where is resolve?
So it's on the main tab, bottom right. It says resolve system.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So it looks like you have 4, and in the current you would have 3. So if you use 1, you would take that current under the max and just change it to 3.
So I think you can hit the stam
button. Oh, yeah, that's. I was just
that
looking
will
at that. Yeah.
Refill.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, just refill your stamina that way. Just click on the button. Yeah, my bad. And it also consumes one whenever you go unconscious. You can use resolve points to come from being unconscious again too. So that's something that you guys will need to read in the core rulebook. Read a little bit about starship combat and the roles for your class. Read about going unconscious and read about resting. So that's everybody's homework. So that'll get us a little bit more familiar with taking rests and everything else. So.
All right. So here's the plan. I hear you, FU. I appreciate the input. I think that he's right. What are we doing? We need to scope it out for sure first. We need to get first-hand intel. If we decide to go back to the ship after that point, then we can make a more informed decision. Right now, we need to check out what's going on firsthand. Maybe we can get in, blend in, and do something from within the town. Maybe it's already to a point where we need to do something else. But I think we need to all get there and check it out first.
I like it.
Anybody
All right.
opposed?
No, let's do it.
Okay, so you guys are. Who all is in the suits, and who are the prisoners as you guys are going into town?
I'll be a prisoner.
Yeah, those of us who can't pass for human will have to be prisoners, I think.
Okay, is it going to be a problem because I am not proficient with heavy armor?
Well, if you're going to be in a combat situation, but try not to be in a combat situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it looks like Scotty is going to be a prisoner.
I think I can get
Troska.
away with it as long as I have a helmet.
Yeah, I'll have to be. Cash will be a prisoner, and then Troska.
Are they treating any visitors as hostile?
They haven't gotten any visitors, so not that they know of. You guys are the first
I can
ones that
go
they've seen.
in
So Scotty,
as myself,
Traska, and
a bounty
Kashrano,
hunter.
or so just Scotty and Traska are going in as prisoners.
What about the gnome?
Yeah, Cash.
Oh, yeah,
Scotty.
Sorry.
Oh, Kashrana's going in as a prisoner
Yep.
too.
Yep, because I got wings, and apparently they
Okay.
don't hide very well.
They probably wouldn't with that suit. Okay, so I've got Scotty, Traska, and Kashrana. You guys are going in. Okay, so that's good. So as you guys are, as you know, and obviously you're going to be led also back to the landing. And as you guys are walking in, we're gonna end here for tonight. Sorry for going an hour over, guys, but you guys are going to be walking into Madeline's Landing, and we'll continue next week as you guys are just starting to walk right in. All right.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah, good first session. Had a couple of
Cool.
combats and a bunch of exploration, a starship combat, and some role playing and all that good stuff. So a nice mixture of everything tonight.